You've got your license, you're at the closing table, and your client looks at the settlement statement and asks, "Why is my tax proration off by $3,000? You freeze. You realize you didn't learn the math, you just guessed. That mistake doesn't just cost money, it costs you your reputation. If you don't want to be that agent, you need these 20 formulas burned into your brain before exam day. In the previous video, we discovered the first 10 formulas, so now we'll learn the rest. Oh, and keep a sharp ear to find our secret code for a discount. So let's start with the tax rate, a very important formula that you will use not only for your clients, but for you as well. Assessed value times tax rate equals tax amount. Once you get your license and start taking in clients, property taxes will show up in almost every conversation about ownership and investing. With an example is way easier. Carla and Derek Graven own a beach house in Clearwater. Altogether, their annual taxes are $11,227.50 on an assessed value of $149,700, house and land. What is the tax rate in Clearwater? A. 9.00%. B. 7.50%. C. 13.30%. D. 10.50%. Let's break it down. These are the numbers that the problem gave us, so let's substitute them into the formula. We need to isolate the tax rate first. So if the assessed value times tax rate equals tax amount, to find the tax rate, you divide the tax amount by the assessed value. The taxable value, $11,227.50, divided by the assessed value, $149,700, equals 0.075. You multiply it by 100 to remove the decimals, and there's your final result. The correct answer is B. The tax rate in Clearwater is 7.50%. Clients always want to know how much money they can get after selling a house. So let's see how you can help them out. The sale price equals the desired net amount divided by the remaining percentage of the sale price. This is especially easy if the client did their research and already has a clear idea, like our friend Tori Cross. Seller Tori Cross would like to earn at least $289,000 after the broker's commission is deducted from the sale price of her Potsdam home. If the broker will receive an 8% commission, what must the sale price be? Round it to the closest dollar. A. $312,700. B. $319,200. C. $325,400. D. $314,130. Since a commission will be 8%, our friend Tori will receive the rest, that is, 92% of the sale. A good chunk, some would say. Applying the formula, we have that $289,000 divided by 0.92 equals 314,130.43. So the sale price has to be at least $314,130, and there you have it. The correct answer is D. The sale price should be $314,130 if Tori wants to pocket $289,000. This one is so easy. You would be astounded to know how many candidates just forget it due to the exam pressure. Area equals length times width. We all use it plenty in school to calculate random shapes. Now as an adult, the random shapes are properties and very pricey depending on how big they are. For example, what is the square footage of a 3-story building that is 70 times 50? A. 7,500. B. 3,500. C. 10,500. D. 9,000. There are 3 stories, but we need to find how much area each floor has. To find it, we multiply the values of width and length given in the problem. That is, 70 feet times 50 feet, or 3,500 square feet per floor. And then multiply that by the number of stories. Since there are 3 stories, the total is 10,500 square feet. So the correct answer is C, 10,500 square feet. You're doing great. If you're enjoying the math problems, we have plenty more where that came from. Check the description below for the link to our website and see all of our exam prep resources. Now, to keep up with land-related questions, we arrive at the acre to square foot conversion. This is a simple conversion, and here's how you do it. 1 acre equals 43,560 square feet. Similar to the last formula, this one is also used in pricing, especially if you specialize in bigger properties. It's really simple, but let's review it. The owner of a property purchased a lot measuring 900 feet by 1,065 feet, paying $20 per front foot. How many acres did the owner buy? A, 12, B, 22, C, 25, D, 32. To calculate the total acres of the lot the owner purchased, you need to first calculate the area of the lot in square feet and then convert that into acres. See? I told you the area calculations were very useful. That is 900 feet times 1,065 feet, which equals 958,500 square feet, and dividing by 43,560 gives a total of 22 acres. The correct answer is B. The owner bought 22 acres of land. Still with us? Great. Tell us in the comments for which state's exam you're studying. Formula number 5 is used a lot when you're working with investors. It helps them decide the most they should pay for an income-producing property. Maximum purchase price equals annual net operating income divided by desired rate of return. The investor uses the property's income and their target return to determine the maximum price they should pay. If the asking price stays below that number, the investment makes sense. If it goes higher, the deal no longer meets their goals. For example, a real estate investor is interested in purchasing a multi-unit residential property. They want to earn a 10% return on their investment, and the property generates a rental income of $2,000 per month. Additionally, the property is located in an area with high demand for short-term rentals. What is the maximum amount that the investor should pay for the property to achieve their desired return on investment? A, $240,000, B, $250,000, C, $270,000, D, $300,000. See all those zeros? Me too, so let's start by calculating the annual net income by multiplying the monthly income by 12. A monthly income of $2,000 represents an annual net operating income of $24,000. With that number, we can substitute the values in the formula. So for the desired 10% return, the maximum purchase price is $24,000 divided by 0.10. That is $240,000. The correct answer is A. The investor wants to pay around $240,000. If the price is lower than that, then it's a great investment. If it's higher, maybe it's time for you to show them a different property. You just did half of the video already. Take a moment to congratulate yourself, and let's go. Who likes discounts? I know I can't resist one. Comment a key emoji and get a 15% discount for our exam prep packages. We have plenty of practice exams and math questions to practice. Now let's see how to calculate the discount rate for your clients. Discount rate equals discount divided by face value times 100%. This formula is mostly used in states that use a deed of trust, where the holder of the note can sell it before any payments are made. See how it's applied in a scenario-based question. Rick sells his house and takes back a note secured by a second deed of trust for $75,000. He then sells the note for $63,750 before any payments are made. What is the discount rate? A. 17.6%. B. 15%. C. 35%. D. 10%. We start calculating how much the discount is. The discount equals $75,000 minus $63,750 for a total of $11,250. To get the discount rate as a percentage, divide the value we just got, $11,250, by the face value and multiply by 100. So $11,250 divided by $75,000 times 100%, which equals 15%. The correct answer is B. The discount rate is 15%. Up next, we have not one, but two formulas related to loans. We have one formula for calculating the interest on an interest-only loan. The math is easier because payments cover only interest. So we have that. Interest equals principal times rate times period of the loan. Points are different as they act like prepaid interest. You pay them up front to buy down the rate. The formula we use is points cost equals the loan amount times the point percentage. It's not an exaggeration that loans are everything in real estate. Did you know that 74% of homebuyers finance their purchase? That's a lot of potential clients to explain how loans work. Seems a bit complex, so let's see an example. The Miles have two potential loan offers for their $89,000 home equity application. The first is an interest-only loan at 5.75% for 7 years with 0 points, and the second is a similar loan with an interest rate of 5.20% for 7 years, but with 2 points due at closing. Which of the two loans will result in a lower total interest payment for the Miles, and what is the difference in cost between the two? A. The first option is by $1,780. B. The second option is by $1,646.50. C. Both options charge the same amount of interest. D. The second option is by $3,426.50. Let me break this down for you. For the first loan at a 5.75% interest rate, the annual interest would be $89,000 times 5.75%, equaling $5,117.50. Over 7 years, the total interest would be $5,117.50 times 7, totaling $35,822.50. For the second loan, each point is equivalent to 1% of the loan amount. $89,000 times 2% equals $1,780. So that's how much of the interest the points cover. Let's now calculate the amount the Miles have to pay. The annual interest in this case is $89,000 times 5.20%, which equals $4,628. Over 7 years, the total interest would be $4,628 times 7, totaling $32,396. Adding the cost of points, the total cost of this loan would be $32,396 plus $1,780 for a total of $34,176. Compared with the total costs of the two loans, the second loan would have lower total interest costs. Let's see how much money the Miles could be saving. So the first loan minus the second one equals $1,646.50. The correct answer is B. The second option costs $1,646.50 less. That one was a bit long, but you're doing great. Just 3 more formulas to go. Now that the client knows how much they have to pay for the loan, it's time to close the sale. For that, we use this formula. Closing costs equal the base amount times the percentage. We saw an example of that with the second formula. When Tori wanted to sell his house, the closing costs were 8%. The closing costs are usually expressed as a percentage in the contracts, net sheets, and exam problems, of course. Let's see if you're a quick learner. A vacation property is sold for $500,000. The seller pays 1.5% of the sale price in closing costs. Additionally, the buyer is required to put down a 20% down payment and obtain a mortgage with a 3.25% interest rate. How much are the closing costs? A. $5,000. B. $7,500. C. $10,000. D. $12,500. This kind of question can be confusing because it gives you too many numbers at once. Just follow the formula that you know and ignore the other numbers. To calculate the closing costs, you just multiply the sale price by the closing cost percentage. $500,000 times 0.015, which equals $7,500. The correct answer is B, $7,500. Have you heard of mortgage insurance premiums? What are you going to do if a client asks you about that option? The mortgage insurance premium equals the mortgage amount times the MI rate. Mortgage insurance is usually required when a borrower doesn't have enough money to cover the typical down payment. Let's see an example. Emily is interested in purchasing a condominium unit for $500,000. She's able to make a down payment of 15% and is interested in obtaining a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage with an interest rate of 4% and a mortgage insurance premium of 0.5% of the mortgage amount. What is the total amount of the mortgage insurance premium that Emily will need to pay? A. $2,500. B. $2,250. C. $2,125. D. $2,750. Since Emily's making a 15% down payment, the mortgage amount would be 85% of the purchase price, or $425,000. The mortgage insurance premium is calculated as 0.5% of the mortgage amount. Therefore, the mortgage insurance premium is $425,000 at 0.5%, which gives us $2,125. The correct answer is C. Emily will pay a mortgage insurance premium of $2,125. The last one is more of a method than a formula, and it does look scary at first glance. We're talking, of course, of legal descriptions. You start with 640 acres, which is the typical area of a section, then multiply by each fraction in the description of the problem. It's simple math, but it has tricked more than one in the exam, and it's just multiplying fractions to convert fractional descriptions into acreage. Like that, we arrive to the last example of this video. What is the total area in acres in the government rectangular survey in the southeastern quarter of the western quarter of the eastern half of section 21? A. 80 acres. B. 20 acres. C. 10 acres. D. 40 acres. A typical section of land consists of 640 acres, so the eastern half would have 640 divided by 2, which equals 320 acres. Next, we need to find the western quarter of the 320 acres calculated earlier. This would be 320 divided by 4, which equals 80 acres. Finally, we need to determine the southeastern quarter of the 80-acre area. This would be 80 divided by 4, which equals 20 acres. The correct answer is B, The southeastern quarter of the western quarter of the eastern half of section 21 has an area of 20 acres. See how it's easier than it sounds? That wraps up part 2. Now you've seen plenty of real estate formulas in action and have a better idea of how to apply each one. If you missed part 1, the link is in the description. You will also find there the link to our website and to the free sample of our math cheat sheet. Before you go, tell me in the comments if any formula is unclear and where you get stuck most when studying for the test. Remember, you can save and rewatch the video as many times as you need. Subscribe to Lexawise for more exam-style walkthroughs and drop your toughest question below. If this video helped you, hit like and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next lesson.